How long does it take to build a tiny house? This is a good question, and there's a lot of different components to this, so we'll just go through right from what I understand. Now, when you conceptualize, it starts with a plan, and I suggest that everybody have a well laid out plan. If you're going to build it yourself or if you're going to have a builder build it, make sure that you have the design plan. It's going to save you so much time if you know exactly how long the countertop is, where the dishwasher is going to go, where the washing machine, how the bathroom layout. It's so important to have a well-designed plan at first. That's the very first thing. And then you can get into building it. And then sometimes there's little modifications. Sometimes the countertop is, 2 inches shorter than what the plan showed because this wall or that wall, this, like, it sometimes changes a little bit. So the plan is the first thing. You can buy them online and go from there. And then after you have the plan, you start to develop, how much everything is going to cost. And this process is probably going to take a week or two. Just to develop a plan, to understand everything, it's going to take a couple of weeks to figure that out. Once you know you're going to go tiny. And then you can order your trailer. Trailers can be bought off the lot or to a custom trailer, maybe 3 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks out for a custom built trailer. So now you're 2 weeks for planning. You got 6 to 8 weeks, let's say, for a trailer. That's about 2 months. So you can find one online or off the shelf or just off the lot. You can pick one up. So we're about 2 months in, and then the building process. So the framing is going to take about a few days to a week probably. If you have a builder, if you have a bunch of guys, it can be 2 or 3 days. It could be a full week. If you're building it yourself, that's a different story. This could take a lot longer based on your skill level. So typically I would say if you're going to have a builder build it, you're probably 45 to 90 days for a complete tiny house. And that does not include the planning process. So the planning process is going to take what it takes. And then to have the builder, once the builder knows exactly what they've got going on, can order all of the materials in order as they're going to go, that's going to take about 45 to 90 days, a month and a half to 3 months, somewhere in there. And then to build it yourself, that's a good question too. Depending on skill level and how much time you can consistently put into that tiny house, it could take you from 6 months to a year. It could take you only a few months if you have the time to devote to it, but typically we see about a year to maybe even a year and a half for some people if they don't have very much time to dedicate to the building process. And it really all starts with the plan. I can't stress that enough. You have to start with a good solid plan because from there all of the pieces really fall into place really well. Know exactly the materials you're going to use, know exactly the appliances you're going to have in there, and how they all lay out inside that building. So that's the most important. So really, if you're going to build it for yourself, you're gonna look at pretty much a year to a year and a half worth of your time, nights and weekends that is. And for a builder to build it, you've got about 45 to 90 days, somewhere in there, and that's as easy as that.